Hello, callers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing a review of the game against Manchester United, which ended 2-2 yesterday at the Camp Nou. Before getting into how the game went down, we are going to be discussing on manager Xavi's post-match press conference, his comments after the game where he spoke about Pedri, Rafinha, Sergio Roberto, Ansu Fati, following the 2-2 draw against Manchester United. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. FC Barcelona and Manchester United played out the 90 minutes of electric football at the Spotify Camp Nou to set up a blockbuster second leg at Old Trafford next week. This tie came at a huge cost, however, for the host as they lost both Pedri and Xavi for the upcoming game. United was the side with the better chances on the night, although Barcelona at their fluid best seemed the better rounded team. From uncalled penalties to unnecessary bookings, the game had it all to equal measure. Xavi Hernandez came under severe criticism for his pre-game decisions that arguably cost Barcelona the game. The manager spoke to the media pitch side after the game and also faced the press in the customary post-match interview. So here we are going to be discussing on the snippets from the manager's interactions. On his judgment of the result, he said, "I think we saw a balanced match. Both teams had chances. On the second leg, he said, we had chances at the end. We leave with the sensation that we should have scored a winning goal. Everything will be decided at Old Trafford." On Pedri's injury, he said, "Pedri has quadriceps discomfort." On Rafinha's reaction to being substituted, he said, "Rafinha has apologized for his reaction after the substitution. I understand him. I think it's fine that he is frustrated, but I take the best decisions for the team." On the unawarded penalty, he said, "I told the referee that the penalty was very clear, as it was a handball out of natural position. He said it's not a handball, as it was close to his body. For me, it was a clear penalty." On the result, Xavi said, "I'm quite satisfied. We don't like to draw, but we have compared against an opponent, or competed against an opponent rather, who has a spectacular level, which is one of the best teams now in Europe. We have equalized intensity, dominated at times, and I stay with the character of the final stretch." Then on the game next week, he said, "At Old Trafford, it will be a game with a lot of intensity. We can win. We can go there and compete. I'm living proud of the team despite the draw." Then on Fred's handball, he said, "The second is a penalty like a cathedral. It's very clear. It seems incredible to me that they haven't pointed it out." On the need for rotations, he said, "Rotations are needed because the calendar is very heavy. Pedro's injury is a pity." On Sergio Roberto, he said, "Sergio Roberto is a very dynamic player. He can give us a lot in midfield positions." On Pedri and Gavi being unavailable for the second leg, he said, "We have options without Pedri and Gavi, Frankie, Sergi, Pablo Torre." On Sergio Busquets and Pedri's status, he said, "We'll recover Busquets for Sunday tomorrow. We'll see what Pedri has. One last test is needed." On Ansu Fati, he said, "Ansu has made a radical change in his intensity and his rhythm, both in attack and in defense. I have a lot of confidence in him." So those were the words from our manager after the game. To be honest, the game was so entertaining yesterday, but again, it did not end well. Like, I think as a Barca fan, I'm very disappointed with the way the team played. You know, we gave United a lot of space in that game. Xavi's from the onset, the starting 11 was not that perfect because many were expecting Xavi to go to his normal strong lineup. I don't know what Xavi was thinking, or you to put Alonso at centre back, something he have not done for a long time. Alonso have not been a starter for a long time, and we all know how results have been coming our way with Christensen being there, Bade being playing left back. But I don't know what Xavi was trying to do doing those two changes, and many fans were not happy about the lineup. It was a very, very controversial change in lineup. And honestly, we saw when Bade and of course when Bade came in and Christensen, we saw how the game changed, which definitely means Xavi had to go back to his normal strong 11 he had been doing in the recent weeks, and I don't know what he was thinking. United played us so well, to be honest. They outplayed us in most of the match, even though we had our own good moments. But I think United outplayed Barca in the majority of the game. Yeah, we might have the possession, we might dominate sometimes, but United were so dangerous. Whenever they had the ball floating to attack, they were looking more dangerous than us. And the game was so entertaining for the neutrals because it was like kind of, end-to-end stuff. Everybody likes attacking, goals, the first half ended nil-nil. But the way the game was going, nobody could even tell you that, look, there's going to be a goal in that game. The second half had it all. So entertaining. Doesn't even look like a UEFA Europa League clash at all. It looks like a knockout stage in the Champions League. This is exactly what everybody was saying. Eric Ten Hag himself confronted, Xavi himself confronted. It was so entertaining. But when we look at, considering the fact that the game was at our own stadium, and we couldn't capitalize on that, on a home advantage, on this crucial stage of this competition to win, then definitely we are at a disadvantage. United are now better. I think and the fans, they left the Camp Nou with smiling faces because actually they are the one who are happy about the outcome, because the second leg would be at Old Trafford next Thursday, and we know how United have improved lately. So I think Xavi should not be a scapegoat again like he have been during the Champions League group stages, where all the Barca fans and everybody was criticizing him so badly to the extent of asking for his sack. Xavi is doing a good job, but come on, in when it matters the most, he couldn't have been doing some kind of skeptical changes to bring a lot of criticisms on him. He should be very, very careful in that. Yesterday, it was a good game, but we did not really play our best. And now that Pedro is out, oh my God, Gavi still took a yellow card, which is he'll be suspended for the next game. We are just doomed if we don't. If so, what who are those to play there? You can hear Javi's interview. He's talking about Pablo Torre, you know, in fact, Sergio Roberto. Look at the kind of names he's calling. And you're asking yourself, are we going to Old Trafford to really win? Honestly speaking, Gavi and Pedri, Busquets, Dembele not in that game. Then let's just put our hands in prayers, guys, because it's gonna be very, very tough. Very tough. Manchester United will not lead it. In fact, it will be so tough. That's the truth. They're the one who will be favorized to win the tie. But let's see. Javi really needs to think so deep to ensure that we try to progress. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.